Brainstorming and sharing ideas is the funnest part of the creative process. We decided to skip the boring part of actually making stuff and just do the fun part. I'm your host, Tom Walma.
My name's Emeka. Hi.
Hey, I'm Tyler Beans.
And I'm Ben Champion.
And this is Creativity Wasted.
Like, you guys ever watch movies and then like you make up a movie in your head for a character who's not the main character, like an offshoot kind of a thing, and like write your own story for it in your head?
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Okay, just try and follow me. I can't watch the movie Liar Liar without like thinking of the kid as like he could have his own story as like this devious little like anti-hero, because the whole premise of that movie is he makes a wish and his dad can't lie anymore. And could you imagine if that kid just crashed parties and wished on people's cakes and could fuck up people's lives? Just like to tell the truth in the worst places, like show up to a mob boss's birthday and then honesty just starts rolling out of everyone.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
I don't know. That's one of the things I had. I don't know how creative or wasted that is, but
Is that specifically for that, the Liar Liar idea, or for side stories of all sorts of movies?
Side story, like, just, yeah, you could take it and run with any movie. Like, that's just an example. But then even so, just like the prank of like, what if birthday wishes came true and you were just like too honest in what you wished for, you know?
I think they should make every sequel like that. It'd probably be better because sequels always suck anyway. Like a prequel, but it's a completely different movie. Like, it explains how we got to the last movie or moved on from the last one. Like that kid's just an evil genius, destroying birthday cakes and shit.
Yeah, ruining lives, man.
Yeah.
But you want it to go unhinged, right? You don't want like a plain, ordinary story. You want, okay, this character goes crazy and does some fucked up thing that's totally like a totally odd direction.
Yeah,
it's got to go off the rails, especially for something like Liar Liar. Like, you got to send it in a completely different direction, I feel like.
Yeah, just something to where, you know, where the wish comes true in the worst way.
Yeah.
Well, they do have something sort of like this that's called erotic fan fiction. Or just fan fiction, where people take people out of a movie, and like Jim Carrey the Mask would maybe be one. Like, well, what if other people got this mask that lets them like
that would be good,
bounce around and do fucked up shit, and then like what if you became a vampire or somebody else became a vampire? Like, there's all those like supernatural movies. Liar Liar is kind of a supernatural movie.
Yeah, kind of under the radar, but it's there.
Yeah, I think I saw a thing on YouTube. Somebody was arguing that what's her name, Mary Poppins, was like stronger than the Marvel superheroes.
I don't think I've seen that movie start to finish.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that movie.
There's something in that umbrella.
Is she supposed to be strong? Is that a part of the story?
Well, she could fly, and she could like send people to alternate realms, like in paintings, is what I remember specifically from the movie. I don't know if she's like strong. Does she shoot things out of an umbrella or something in the movie? I don't remember.
But she has like actual
Never
powers.
watched that full movie either.
Yeah, umbrella's a cool weapon though.
Yeah, dude, for
very
sure.
inconspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, have you read any like fan fiction or written any fan fiction? Because this is kind of.
So yeah, well, I don't really like if it stumbles up like on Reddit or something. It always cracks me up. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever stumbled across like the VeggieTales fan fiction.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it's everything you're thinking of right now. Anything you could do with a cucumber, it's in there.
Oh, I see.
I never knew VeggieTales was like a Christian thing. Because I went to Catholic school when I was younger, and there was a lot of veggies. I didn't know it was like I thought it was just like Sesame Street, but it's like Christian, I'm pretty sure.
No, they are. I've seen one where there's like vegetables on a boat, and it's like, you know, Noah's Ark. one of every vegetable.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never knew that.
I've been getting into there's a few channels that it's horror fiction. It's not based on anything else, but it's what they call it, creepypastas, and there's another term for it. But they're just amateur made horror stories. Some of them are really good. I listen to those when I'm trying to sleep.
That's terrifying.
Actually.
What's your morning routine like?
Not listening to horror.
I feel like his morning routine is the erotic fan fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what gets him fired up for the day, and then he just needs a good kill to put a ribbon on it.
Any other ideas of movies that you'd want to see? Anybody that you'd want to see expanded upon? Not necessarily as erotic fan fiction or whatever.
I do. I had an original idea for a movie that I had wrote down a while ago, and it was, I thought it would be fun, just a funny play on words. But it was like right when Facebook switched over, and it was like, then it was called Meta. And I thought that a funny movie would be called Meta Pause, where, and I casted it in my brain, Salma Hayek, Jamie Lee Curtis, blue skidoo into the internet, and they have to save the world somehow, but they're going through Metapause, and then the metaverse pauses while they're in there, and then they're stuck in the internet, and then they got to save the world and get out.
Oh, so it's like a Tron thing where they somehow get sucked into the computer.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But fun, just a fun play on words, and it's, never, it's not like good enough for a bit or anything, but it's like, it's a dumbass idea, I guess.
Have you seen the movie Holland with Nicole Kidman? I haven't seen it, but I saw the preview.
I haven't seen it yet. I got to find where it's free.
I was just thinking that.
I heard it's terrible.
Yeah, I heard it was bad too. The thing that boggles my mind is Nicole Kidman is so attractive, and she's pushing 60.
Dude,
like, I just can't believe it.
She's been attractive forever. She's one of few people. And she seems like she's the same age. She acts the same. She looks the same. She's like the girl version of Morgan Freeman.
I think part of it is that she's always like pasty white. Like, she never touches the sun, maybe. Like, that sort of makes you age slower.
That's true, yeah.
Especially like pale white people just staying out of the sun.
She might be a vampire.
Yeah, it's crazy. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, maybe they both figured it out.
Scientology.
Although you're starting to see it on Tom Cruise, the age, a little bit, but not on Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, he gets those Scientology drugs, though, man.
Yeah, dude. he like drinks the blood of children or something to stay young. There's some weird shit in Scientology that he must be doing.
That could be a movie. Well, I guess it's off of real life people doing weird off the wall shit.
Yeah. Well, but Scientology was also science fiction too. That was just all, that's the whole religion's just a sci-fi
Ron
movie.
Hubbard, dude. The most crazy. Published fiction writer in history just came up with a religion like 40 years ago.
And then the guy who takes over, his wife goes missing for 30 years and they never investigate it.
Never investigate.
She's still missing, right?
As far as I know, yeah. There's been like some inquiries, but
because they don't want to deal with Scientology suing the government, I guess, and stuff, so they just never investigated.
Or murdering them.
Yeah. The Avatar movies, people supposedly had like withdrawal symptoms, like they were so sucked in to the Avatar nature world thing that they wanted to like be in it.
Really?
So that's kind of on Tyler's idea. I'm sure they wrote a bunch of they probably weren't off the wall. They were probably lore friendly, like similar in tone to the actual movies.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine just watching a 3 or 4 hour movie and then just feeling sad afterwards?
Dude, that'd be I can't.
That's awful, man. Dude, those people in the movie theater that spent, $50 on snacks and just to walk out and be like, "Oh, shut up."
Actually,
There's
I played
Go
the
ahead, sorry.
Avatar video game with my VR headset because there's a guy who ports like normal 2D games to 3D to VR, and so on my 3D treadmill, so I was like in the Avatar world, but I was bored after a while. The game was kind of boring.
That'd be
Uh,
weird in VR, dude.
but yeah, it'd be cool. Like with AI, you could do like Tyler's idea, like, oh, this character is interesting. AI, generate me like a VR world where I could live with them, or like a movie based on them, and have it just do it. I think we're probably not too far from that.
Yeah.
Video games are getting closer to that. I think nowadays, like the big ones, I'm pretty sure the next GTA might be an example where you can talk to any like NPC or random character. And they're basically gonna have their own like backstory and family to go to.
Yeah, I know that there's some Skyrim mods where people put AI for certain NPCs that you can. I don't know, were they talking to them or was it just like text chat to the character and then they would respond using AI and not like a preconceived script? I don't remember exactly how that worked. But it wasn't the whole game, it was just little characters here and there.
hmm Yeah, that's definitely the future. Not far off.
All right, any shows you guys want to plug or podcasts or social medias or anything?
I just started work on my second show because I'm doing them quarterly. It's going to be June 28th in Nuevo at the Cellar, which is the address for the River Stop Cafe. And yeah, tickets will go on sale probably like the second to last Friday of May.
Nice.
I'm good. Nothing for me yet.
I got a little bit on a couple social medias. Ben Champion or Champ is here on Instagram.
I have my fitness thing, Gaming McFitness on Twitch, where I exercise on fitness machines while playing video games. I build homemade video game controllers for treadmill, rowing machine, and stuff like that.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.